Good morning, friends. Good morning. It's another windy day here in Central Texas, man. We've been having winds constantly the last few days, and a couple of big fires as well. Clear skies, nice temps. It's 63 degrees, a little cool, comfortable. I'm heading up to city of Temple to Bell County Moto Works, which sells Indians and Triumphs. And today, excuse me, clearing the throat. Today is their Indian demo day, so I think the Indian truck is up there for the next 2 days, giving people a chance to check out their favorite Indian bike. So we're gonna go up there and check it out. It's a straight shot up the freeway. It's about 45 minutes of freeway riding. So once I get up to the freeway here, I'll shut that off and do kind of hyper speed up there. So today, normally I stop with my right foot on the brake in first gear, so my left foot goes down. But on windy days, I put both landing gear down. I also want to try out the new Scout. I think it's a, oh, there we go. I think it's a 101, I believe it's called. I don't know, I'll put it there in case I'm wrong. But that looks really nice as well. And the Sport Chief. Yeah, I like those. So I'm not really a bagger guy. Just in my bike life and the way I ride and where I ride, the bagger just doesn't suit what I need. If I did go on long rides and crossing state lines and hours on the highway, then I would definitely get a bagger. But I don't do that, so right now, anyways. So I got 38 minutes on the clock to get there. Getting on the highway up here shortly, and we'll be passing the local Harley-Davidson dealer too. If you're new to this channel, or not new, you've been here before, and you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. It really helped me out a lot, and it's free for you. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you like some of these videos I do, being subscribed, it'll let you know that I've got a new video out. And I usually have one or two videos, approximately a week, popping out. Sometimes I go a little longer without videos. It just depends on what's going on. But that's it. So the highway's up here. Thanks for joining me, and let's go ride some Indians. Okay, we're here. So check out this Pacific Coast Honda next to us. Wow. I wonder what year that is. I have to look that up. But there's the bikes out in front of us. I see a Sport Chief. Kind of a red one and a white one. And a gray one. Those are nice. Alright, so let's get off the bike, put everything away, and go check this out. Again, you can see the flags. The wind is pretty strong today. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to get the drone up, but perhaps. See you in a bit. Yep. Hey, folks, we're here. Boing, boing, boing. Let's check it out. Head over there by the entrance and see who's here. friends, we're here with my buddy John. John, how's it going, man?
Hey, buddy. What's up, Jeff? How are you, man?
It's good to see you.
You too, bud.
Yeah. So today we're here at Bell County Motor Works doing the Indian Demo Day, and you are leading the pack. How's things going?
It's good. It's good. We reversed last year's route. You're on the bike for about, probably about 20 minutes, I'm thinking. Yeah. So about 20 minutes around Temple. Indian does this. We do this usually once, sometimes twice a year up here. I'm the marketing guy, so I'm only here part-time, but yeah, they're here Tuesday through Saturday, but we're here this weekend, Friday, Saturday, March 21st, 22nd. Yeah, that's the dates. Yeah, but Indian brings a big truck out, and they pull all the bikes off. It's really kind of fun this year. They have some new motors, the 108 and the 112, the Power Plus series. So yeah, so people are out testing those. Tomorrow will be so busy. Friday's usually pretty chill, but we got quite a good group out here. But Saturday, tomorrow's going to be crazy around here.
When did was that last year the Scout 101 came out?
Yeah, last year. So I think it was last year.
So this is the second year. That's a nice looking bike.
Yeah.
What's your favorite bike? I mean, you've ridden them all, so what do you like the best?
The only bike, I guess, there's a couple of Indians that I really like. I like the vintage. I also like the Challenger. I really like the new Roadmaster. The Roadmaster Power Plus, I'm telling you, I almost replaced my Beamer with it, but but yeah, Challenger Power Plus is probably, Roadmaster Power Plus is probably my favorite.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about MotoGP? What are you guys doing for that, for the bagger races and all that?
Yeah, so for me, it's always a busy week for me. I have
that's next week, isn't it?
That's next weekend.
Gosh,
so
that's fast.
Saturday, I will be representing Bell County again at MotoGP at the Triumph booth. I'll be doing this.
You guys have a booth. Yeah,
I'll be. They have people that lead the rides, but I will jump in and run tail or whatever.
Sure.
Me and Tim and I will be there.
Oh, okay.
Along with my son, Jake, will be there. We'll all be doing Temo rides on Saturday. And I don't think I'm going Sunday this year. I think we've got a big crew going to run the Triumph booth here. But there will be demos at Triumph on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
So I got that going on, and I'll probably shoot the Hambuilt. I know I have to be at Hambuilt Saturday night.
When's the Distinguished Gentleman ride?
So that is May. I'm pretty sure it's May 18th. If it's not, I'll get you the date so you can cover my mouth with the actual date. All right. Okay. I think it's May 18th. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, so you guys got some new riders here showing up to test some bikes, and you got to lead the charge in this windy day.
Yeah, it's wind should die down a little bit. At least the weather's nice. It rained on us our first day last year, so it's nice to get 2 sunny days in a row.
Yep.
Cross my fingers for tomorrow. But
All right, John. Good to see you, man.
Thanks, buddy, man. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, no
worries. I hope you ride something.
Uh-oh, what was that?
You going to ride something?
Yeah, I'd really like to try that new Scout, that 101 and Sport Chief. Those are my jams right there.
Yeah, there's 2.
I'm not much of a bagger guy, but
yeah, there's 2 Sport Chiefs. They both have bags on them, but there's 2 Sport Chiefs right there, the new ones.
Yep.
And then there is a 101 up there. So
yeah, I'll jump on.
Put your phone down, man. Come on, and ride some bikes.
I'm recording bike life. I've got to get in it and be part of it, right?
Exactly.
Get out on the other side of the camera.
Exactly.
All right, man.
Thanks,
bud. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Thanks.
All right, friends, I'm here with a new buddy, Anthony. I met him here at the Indian Demo Days. How you doing, Anthony? Nice to see you. So we were just chatting, and I thought it was interesting and something that a lot of people go back and forth on the internet about. So you've had Harleys your whole life?
All my life.
And we're not going to poo-poo on Harley here, but you ended up changing over. Well, tell the story. I don't want to tell it for you. How did you end up with an Indian?
My wife had a slingshot, a 3-wheeler, and a pretty cool guy down in the Austin area had a 22 Challenger, and he was interested in a slingshot. So he asked us if we would be interested in doing an even trade. And I looked up the Challenger. At first I was skeptical because I'm a Harley guy. I looked it up and thought to myself, well, I might be able to flip the Challenger faster than a slingshot here.
Yeah.
So we said, yeah, let's meet and try it out. And we did. I took it for a test ride, and I was blown away by the suspension, just all the little extra doodads. You can lock all the saddlebags with a button. The suspension was phenomenal.
And you could was that electronic? The
Yes.
suspension, you could change it through the TFT or something?
Through the ride command on the screen.
Okay.
You don't have to, on my Harley, I have to disconnect cables, pull my saddlebag off, crank that handle.
Yeah.
And on this, I could do it right from the screen. It has icons, solo rider, passenger, tour pack. It was amazing. So my wife went for a ride. She even commented that was the most comfortable motorcycle ride she's ever been on. So that was a win-win. And,
so then you had to rewire the brain and say, oh, now it looks like I'm going to keep this. And
Yes.
now what do I sell?
Well, I'm selling the Harley now.
Uh-oh.
But the ride, I've had this bike about a month, and I've taken the Harley out one time just to compare. And I may take it out another time since I've been riding this for so often.
Sure.
But just to do another comparison, I might end up doing a video on it as well.
Yeah.
But the Challenger, I love everything about it. I just wish there was more options for like tuners, so that you can tune it and you don't have to pull your ECM out and send it out to get tuned or flashed. But incredibly happy with the Challenger. I'm an Indian fan now.
Very cool. So what are you going to ride today, test ride?
The 2025 Challenger.
So
the 112 motor.
Yeah, they came with a new engine, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that'd be cool to try, see if you feel a difference. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
And I see you got we were talking about this too, Motorcycle Missions hat you got on.
Oh, yes.
I'm friendly with them as well. It's a local, starting of bikes. It's a local nonprofit group.
Yes, for veterans.
Yeah,
They
so
do.
I've done some videos. I'll put a link, so go check that out if you're not familiar with Motorcycle Missions. Go check them out. It's a cool organization. So Anthony, I'm going to test ride a bike as well. I'd probably take out a Sport Chief or maybe the newer, what is that, Scout, the 101 Scout.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a bagger guy. I like to ride around in the twisties and stuff, so I'm going to check those out. So it was nice meeting you. Thanks for all your insights on your bikes.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, safe journeys and have a fun test ride.
Awesome.
So this is the bike I'm going to ride. This is an Indian Sport Chief, and it appears that it has a stage 1 air breather on it. So probably sounds and runs a little bit better than the stock. It also has some risers on it. Not quite sure what these are. They look to be about 10 inch or 12 inch. They're pretty big. And real nice TFT on these bikes. I like it. It's round, kind of retro looking, but you get all the technology. That's a pretty good deal right there. So this is what the kind of stock version of it looks like. The air breather is 116 motor. So that's it. Not a fan of the bags though. They're kind of like stubby looking. I don't know, they just don't look that great. I'd probably take those off and get some leather. Throw some leathers on there or something. I don't know. But that's it. So I'll catch you on the ride. I'll tell you what I feel. Let's take a look at these bags. So yeah, it's just a decent amount of space in there. It's just an open area. There's no speakers or anything. And what we got on this side? And we got some preload adjustment back here. Pretty cool. So this is a Sport Chief RT. 120 foot-pounds of torque, 6-speed transmission, 4-inch ride command display, 6-inch risers for the handlebars, solo gunfighter seat, Brembo brake, 90-watt audio system, Okay, yeah, so it's got the audio system tucked in here. So it's all front system pretty much. 4-gallon tank, 691 pounds as shipped, and 10.4 gallons of storage in those bags there. Got Pirelli Night Dragon tires. Pretty cool. So we're gonna try it out. See over here, they have an accessory menu. I've never done a test ride where they like map this all out for you. It's pretty good. So this has got the high mounted T-bar and all the costs involved. 10-inch Chief Sport Moto handlebar risers, 10-inch Moto and bar risers installed kit, Pathfinder 5 3/4 adaptive LED headlight, Chief quarter fairing, tall flared wind deflector, Thunderstroke stage 1 high flow air intake, slip-on exhaust / cut exhaust tips. All that I just read out there is $2,909.92. Bam, nice. And this one comes in 3 colors: black smoke, sunset, red smoke, which is the one I'm riding here, and then heavy metal. They're $22,000 suggested retail price, I guess. And then add that almost $3,000 to that, so you're about, you know, $25,000, $26,000. That's cool. Yeah, so you can see here this windscreen's a little taller than that one over there. Thumbs up. Thumbs up for looks and what it's got. Now we gotta see if it's thumbs up riding. Okay, everyone's getting on their rides. Let's start this guy up. That TFT is pretty cool. Okay, so right away, this is a much different position than riding my bike. Stretched out a little bit, forward controls, got these risers on here. The rear brake is pretty good. I like the rumble on this. These bars are, right now they seem to be a pretty good height for me, but I think maybe after a while, yeah, they're a little too high. I think I need to go down maybe an inch or two. That'd be perfect. Okay, it's very windy, so apologies if you can't hear me too clearly. Yeah, I'm getting hit with some serious wind in the chest, even with this little spoiler on the front. I got my earplugs in, but I can still hear it. It sounds nice with this stage 1 on it. Haven't hit any bumps yet, so suspension is doing its job. I don't know what's going to happen if we hit some serious bumps though, but it should be okay. It feels like, feels pretty good. I've got my GoPro camera on, so it's kind of in the way a little bit of the TFT. So I wish the TFT was a little bit higher. I'm 5'8", flat foot, there's no problem, and I'm not stretched out uncomfortably. The only thing that's starting to get uncomfortable is the height of these bars is too high for me. A little bit lower would be good. Yeah, so suspension wise in the seat, very comfortable. The back seat has the lip on the back, so it's kind of holding my lower back in place. Yeah, because this definitely has some torque on it. Yeah, and it's nice to have that little backrest there to keep you in place. I'm not sure if this has turn signal cancellation or not, so I just manually turning them off as we go. Vibration in the handlebars, just a little bit, but totally expected on a V-twin cruiser like this. Foot pegs and seat, tiny bit of vibration. Nothing, not the vibration that makes you numb. Just the vibration will let you know, hey, you're riding a V-twin, buddy. That vibration together with the sound is kind of what makes this bike fun. Yeah, listen to that, that's nice. There we go, we just hit a pretty good bump there. No problems at all, ate it right up. I didn't get jarred or anything. Yeah, so this has got decent torque, 120 foot-pounds of torque, so you can definitely feel it. There's another bump, no problems. Yeah. These high torque engines are like tractors. They could pull a house off the foundation. Mirrors are really good. Perfect location for me. Not vibrating, everything is pretty clear. And big enough too, I can see quite a bit. Downshifting, getting off an exit here. Okay, moving over here. Yeah, this sounds nice. This bike is, you know, approaching 700 pounds, but it feels like a low center of gravity to me when I just kind of move it back and forth like this. So it's seems pretty nimble. Take this out on the backcountry roads and have some fun. Yeah, if you let the revs go up too much, the handlebars start shaking pretty hard. Some more little bumps here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, no problems. Totally comfortable. The seat's nice and narrow, so it doesn't dig in on the kind of outside. Sometimes seats get a little too wide and they dig in on the insides of your thighs and the outer side of your butt. And then you can get kind of numbness. But the seat is narrow enough that it doesn't hit those spots. It's like kind of right on my pelvic bone, so it's perfect. These rear brakes are nice. They're a little grabby for rear brakes. It's pretty good. It's nice, especially on a cruiser, not having to use the front brakes as much, because you've already got a lot going on with this clutch. The clutch is kind of heavy a little bit. But again, I compare all my rides to my BMW, so my BMW clutch is hydraulic and it's super easy to squeeze. Yeah, it feels nice. Nice and balanced. Down in 4th gear right now and running at about 2.5 revs. See, it still picks up and goes. I don't have to downshift, although I could downshift. But this guy's got enough load on torque that it could just grab and catapult you forward without having to downshift. So that's cool. Yeah, the only thing I would change on this bike is the handlebars. Too high for me. If I was 5'10" or above, they'd probably be pretty good. I really like this gauge though. It's TFT is really nice because it's round, kind of retro, fits the bike, but it is a TFT and you get all those benefits of all the technology. And got our little speaker stand there. I'm not going to play with that, but if you like tunes when you're riding. Oh, it's a little hot in here. I listen to tunes through my helmet, so I wouldn't really need that. Okay, here we go. Muscle memory kicked right in. Okay, there's some bumpage, no problem. Muscle memory kicked in for the forward controls. Back down a turn, my feet went for my BMW controls. I was like, nope, nobody home. Pegs are up front, my friend. Yeah, the vibrations get pretty strong. Let's see where I am. I'm at 60 miles an hour. Going at 3,000 revs is okay. Just over 3,000 revs, the handlebar vibrations get pretty strong. And what I mean by strong is the kind that, you know, make your hands go numb. Nice big sweeper right here. Man, the winds are strong today. I'm getting pushed around. Yeah, just over 3,000 revs changing gears. This thing gets really vibrating. This little fairing does a little bit. It's like my stomach, I don't feel anything. There's no wind hitting my stomach. But it's hitting my, wow, hitting my helmet head on. Shoulders and chest. I think we're all pretty much just fighting. The wind's coming hard from the left. Wow, that felt like going through a tornado. his rearview mirror went flying off in the wind almost. That was like going through a tornado.
Yeah, it's over there and it like started spinning. Come off. I was like, hold on. I have to stop back there for a second.
Yeah, we were talking, the guy next to me, we were talking earlier about this FTR. I test rode the carbon fiber version, I think a year ago or something. It was a really fun bike, but I felt like I was on a slant and I was sliding forward constantly. So when we'd hit the brakes, I would just slide forward and smash my manhood up against the tank constantly. I don't know. I don't know if it's just my body type or what, but he just mentioned it too. He said, yeah, it kind of slides forward on him. So he was trying to protect his twigs and berries as well as trying to keep his right rearview mirror in place. Kind of loose. Yeah, I like this. Very clear to see. Going through the sun and all that, no problem seeing that. Just a little low for me. If this GoPro wasn't here, it'd be a little better, but I think with this risers, I would get them down a little bit. I don't think there's much you could do with this, but it's okay. I could live with that right there. Especially with the handle. If the handlebars were like right about here for me, that'd be good. Yeah. The seat is very comfortable. I like it. Completely flat-footed on this bike. At 5'8", I've got about a 30-inch inseam. Look at that, muscle memory again. See, it only takes a few minutes of riding a bike that you're not used to kind of get used to it. Looks like we're coming to a stop here. I think the ride is over, friends. There's the dealership. Get my last little blast in there. Yeah, bumps are no problem with this. Tips in nice. Oh, there's a big bump. I don't know why I hit that one. No suspension's going to save you from that one. Nice. Okay, let's find the kickstand. There we go. Lean this guy over. Well, that was very fun. Oh. Just wish it wasn't so windy. Yeah, this seat was really nice. This kept my lower back in place when I got on it a little bit. Those couple of times. This with my riding pants on, my leg hit this the heat shield, but it felt kind of hot, so I don't know. But my legs were far enough out. I didn't have to touch that again. Let's see. Yeah, see those aftermarket exhausts from Indian sound nice with that stage 1 intake. These rear brakes, I really like them. I used them a lot. I use these a lot more than I do on my BMW, just to kind of modulate my speed instead of grabbing the front brake. But they're Brembos, so those are good. There's that big intake breather. This kept a little bit off of me, just like I said, kind of right around my stomach area, and I don't know, I'd get rid of these like I said before. And I would go with probably just some leather bags. Maybe you'd have to change this to a 2-into-1 maybe, so that you get a bag to go, drop down a little bit. Got your belt drive as usual. Very nice though. I'll give that a 2 thumbs up, as I really enjoyed that ride. When are you going out again?
By about 5 minutes.
Okay. I'll go claim it.
Yeah, good idea. Right there at the...
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna ride next. This is a 101 Scout. Let's go check out the
I think you could go...
details here on the bike.
Their finance manager.
So it's a 101 Scout, 1250 V-twin, 111 horsepower, 82 foot-pounds of torque, 6-speed transmission, blah, piggyback shocks, inverted forks, Brembo brakes, touchscreen with ride command, 3.4 gallon tank, 529 pounds. Nice, so this is just going to be a little bit less power, less weight, over 100 pounds less than the Sport Chief. I'm looking at the controls. Let's see. There's 4 controls, so that should be okay. It's a very low bike, low seat height. It's got a little bit of a riser on it. That should be pretty good for my height. There's the piggyback shocks. What they did, 1250. I like the colors. Looks nice. So we're going to be heading out in a few minutes. It's got the bar end mirrors on it as well. Let's see here. This has got a 2-into-1. That is a cannon, my friends. Look at that thing. I think that would have to be replaced. replaced. That's like a bazooka. Shaboom. Yeah, I'd have to replace that. But I think most people do anyways. So let's see how this little bunker does in this high wind environment. It's crazy windy here. I'll catch you on the bike in a minute. Alright, so this has got some ride modes to it. Just touch here. So it's got rain, standard, and sport. So I'll put it in sport mode. See how that goes. Okay, with this 101 Scout here, they've got the power button down here. So there's a key fob at some point, somewhere. Hit this power button. So I guess they're going for the old school, like that's where the key used to go. Power button here, and then up here you've got the actual ignition on and off. Start the motor. It's interesting. Okay, off we go. My goodness, I am so sick of this GoPro. This thing going, turning on and off, on and off. Okay, so let's see. This one I'm reaching out a little bit more, but the bars are in a better location for me, a little lower. These kind of inverted end bar mirrors I'm not a fan of. They're very hard to, you really got to look at them. Okay. This doesn't have any kind of stage 1 or anything like that on it, so it's not nearly as loud. It's well over 100 pounds lighter, as I mentioned before, so this is a lot easier to manage. The TFT is in a little bit, seems to be a little bit higher position. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Yeah, this feels fun. Very nimble. Vibration wise, let's see, let's test this against what happened with the Sport Chief. Alright, so we're at 4,000 revs. Different motor, but I'm not feeling very much in the way of vibrations, just a little bit. When I go above 4,000 revs, nah, it doesn't get any worse, it just stays the same. Yeah, so the vibrations in the bars and the pegs and the seat are pretty much constant. It's just like the same, which is not bothersome at all. It's not like numbing. But that Sport Chief over 3,000, it got really, really vibrating. Alright, there, let's see, I wrote that out. 5,000. Yeah, just a little over 5,000, the seat starts to shimmy on you. Gets a little vibration. The Tricks and Bears get a massage. Leg position. The lower ergonomics for me are fine. The bars are just a little too far forward. That's the thing with these cruisers usually. Kind of, you have to kind of search for the right bar height and pull back for your size. So the height on these is fine. I would just need a kind of a pull back a little bit, and then it would be like perfect for me. I'm again 5'8", 30-inch inseam, flat foot. There's no problem. Fit on it, no problem. The stretch out to the forward controls is not bad at all. For a 30-inch inseam, it seems kind of perfect. If you were 6 foot or more, you might feel a little bit cramped up on this. But for my 5'8" frame, feel pretty good. Okay, suspension. It's a lighter bike, so I just hit a couple bumps there, and it felt fine. Not as cushy as the Sport Chief. Yeah, so that was a drop off. It wasn't a bump. Here's another one. Not bad, but not as good as the Sport Chief. I feel I like the Sport Chief better, but I feel more at home on this one much more quickly. I don't know if that makes sense. Just like I feel like this bike was easier for me to get acclimated to very quickly, whereas the Sport Chief it took me a few minutes to kind of get acclimated to it. And because of these bars, I'm tending to like lean forward and hunch over, which is not super comfortable. But yeah, the TFT is definitely closer to me and a little higher, I believe. It's a stock, so the exhaust, it doesn't sound that loud. Oh, I thought that was one of our bikes, but it was that car. I gotta get this open, it's hot. So we're getting close, it's 4 o'clock, so I think it's around 4 o'clock. We're getting closer to rush hour time, so we're hitting traffic. So this is, it's a 1250 engine, so it's a pretty big motor, but the way the way it delivers power, I don't think, you know, if you, I don't know, I always try to figure out if bikes could be recommended for newbies or not, or new riders, I should say. And I think if you're careful with this, it'd be fine, because it's a torquey kind of little bike, but it's not you know, a sport bike that revs out to a scary, you know, 150, 160 miles an hour like instantly. So I think this would be fine for someone that's a new rider if they just took their time. And also it's got the rain mode, and which you can put it in, which kind of, you know, dumbs down the engine a little bit for you. Ride it around in rain mode, get used to it. Yeah, it says here sport mode. I put it in there before and it stayed, so that's cool. Yeah, see, it's stock. Doesn't have that grumble like that. Thank you, sir. Somebody gave me a brum brum. Let's see, hopefully we can get to a place where we can pick up a little bit of speed. I want to feel this kind of wind visor thing here. This let's see how well that works, if at all. Yeah, so this is a fun ride. It's a light bike, nimble. The only thing missing is the sound. That's the only thing I'm missing here. Suspension is reasonable, not as good as the Sport Chief, but it has the same clutch. I think this is it's not hydraulic, so giving your left arm a little bit of a workout. So this has 82 foot-pounds of torque. Let's see. Okay, yeah, feel a little bit there. Yeah, this is definitely not ideal place to do test riding at rush hour, unfortunately, but like all the dealerships here in the Austin kind of greater area, they're all off of this 35 freeway, and you're surrounded by red lights, red lights, red lights, traffic, traffic, traffic. And I said I got acclimated to this quite quickly compared to the Sport Chief, and that's another reason why I was thinking that this could be, you know, kind of a starter bike for somebody. And with the size of the motor and doing some tweaks, getting some stage 1, stage 2, getting some things done to the bike, it could be your forever bike, you know. could definitely grow into it and keep it. I think it's a bike that can keep up with your skill and fun level. Oh, there we go, fresh air. That's a nice bike. That's got a kit on it too. A stage 1 breather on it. Rolling, practicing my slow speed skills. I'm getting hungry. Burger King, Panda Express. Look at all these things. And this bike is it's really easy to hug the gas tank with your legs. There we go. Get to open it up a little bit. Yeah, the wind seems to have calmed down a little bit compared to earlier. I don't feel this little windscreen here is. I was going 50. Let's see. I was going 65 earlier, and I didn't really feel much on my stomach or chest area. I just feel some crosswind right now. Yeah, these rear brakes are not as grabby as the Sport Chief, so I'm using the front brake on this more so. Ugh. Yeah, that was harsh. So suspension on the Sport Chief wins for sure compared to this one. So it does pick you up and get you going, but it's not as dramatic as the Sport Chief. Again, not a direct comparison engine-wise. Yeah, see out here we're surrounded by flat land, so we've got nothing to protect us from this wind. The wind is back with a vengeance, my friends. Yeah, this little windscreen does a decent job. I can still feel the wind, but yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, this seat has a little bit of a lip in the back too, kind of keeps you in place. But the torque force power on this bike is not nearly as great as the Sport Chief. I would think the Sport Chief's not really a beginner bike. It's got a little bit too much power. Woo! The wind is kicking it. Feels like my helmet's gonna go flying off. So this little windscreen, it felt, I don't know, I guess it's maybe the size of the bike, or maybe it's the way this is angled, just felt a little bit better in terms of the wind hitting my chest and helmet. And I'm considering that this is like a super windy day. But the bike itself is, okay, move it around. I would definitely put the rear mirrors back where they go. Yeah, this would be fun to listen to with an exhaust system on it with a slip-on. Maybe a stage 1, it'd sound a lot more fun. This bike definitely looks nice. In my opinion, it's one of the nicest looking bikes in the lineup here. Color schemes and everything. Switch gear on this one, everything over, there's really not much over here. There's just the start button, ignition. And over here you got all your stuff, your cruise control, menu, turn signals, horn, lights, high beams. And this seat is similar, I think, just a smaller version, but it's also narrow, so it doesn't dig in on the outsides of your butt or make your butt numb. I find squeezing the tank with my legs when I hit a bump helps out a lot if I see the bump in time. I'm just watching John watch his helmet and bike go up and down. I know there's a bump there. Squeeze the tank. Okay, that brings us to a close on this ride. That was fun. If I had to make my pick, I would take the Sport Chief with lower handlebars. That'd be my choice. There we go, back in its home. Boom. Okay, kickstand, where are you? Here we are, back here. Wow, that's kind of far back. All right, and power button, where are you? There we go. Okay, thanks for the ride. Little 101 Scout. Yeah, see the seat has that little backrest there, that's cool. It's got these preloads, so I don't know how that's adjusted. It might be a little bit out of whack there for my weight. I'm not sure. But yeah, what I would do with this is change the bars, get rid of that bazooka cannon, and get a stage 1 at least. Stage 2, I don't know. But that was a fun little bike, and again, very kind of comfortable for me and easy to get on and just ride right away and feel confident. Sport Chief took me a few minutes to kind of figure out its weight and all that good stuff. But that's gonna wrap it up today. Those two bikes for the test ride portion anyways. All right, well that's it. Headphone, got my helmet on, my goggles, all that good stuff. Thanks a bunch to Bell County Motorworks Indian dealership and Triumph dealership here in Temple area, Texas. Had fun riding that 101 Scout and that Sport Chief with the stage 1 in it, and met some cool people as usual. And that's what I love about bike life. You always meet some fun people and get to ride cool bikes. So thanks again. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thumbs up, share it, comment. If you own any of the bikes that I rode or any of the bikes I didn't ride that are Indian, and you want to throw in some great insights, please do so. Appreciate it. And that's it. So we'll see you next time. Thanks a bunch. Later.